Mission Niti Aayog. And it is my privilege to be part of this particular launch program where we are going to launch the WCF CyberSmart module in collaboration with Atal Innovation Mission Niti Aayog and WCF WNS Cares Foundation. The purpose of this program is to empower children and youth to understand cybersecurity and the digital age through WCF's multilingual platform called CyberSmart. Today, I'm humbled to be in company of eminent speakers, and today we have people like Mr. R. Ramanan, who is the Mission Director, Atal Innovation Mission, and the Additional Secretary at Niti Aayog. We also have Mr. Keshav Murugesh, who's the Group CEO, WNS, and immediate past Chairman at NASSCOM. We have Ms. Shamini Murugesh, who's the Honorary Chief Mentor at WNS Cares Foundation. We have Mr. Gopal Agarwal, who's the Chief Internal Business Officer and Head of CSR at WNS. We also have Ms. Sangeeta Gupta, who's the Senior Vice President and Chief Strategy Officer at NASSCOM. We have Shahnaz Khan, who is one of the ATL in charges at one of the ATL schools of India. And finally, we have Mr. Rajneesh Bora, who is the Global Learning and Development Leader at WNS. Thank you so much all for joining in today. I will now like to invite Mr. Gopal Agarwal to deliver the welcome address. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ronak, and good evening, everyone. And thank you for joining us for the launch of a collaborative program between WCF, CyberSmart, and Atal Tinkering Labs. At WNS Cares Foundation, it's our collective mission to use education as a lever to empower children and youth from lesser privileged communities. This is to equip them with future-ready skills, to help them alter narratives of their lives, and to help them participate fully in the community and economy. Driven by the three pillars of our mission, educate, empower, enrich, we are committed to building an equitable society through numerous sustainable and holistic programs. WCF's comprehensive bouquet of programs include computer-aided literacy, digital learning centers, mobile libraries, e-mentoring, youth for change, and Make My Career, a skill development program. CyberSmart is the latest addition to this list of our high-impact programs. Collaboration has certainly been a key enabler to this impact creation. Across the globe, we have built a collaborative network of volunteers, schools, school personnel, and partner NGOs who work closely to implement and monitor WCF's program around the year. Forging strategic partnerships with governments, both at the center and at state level, has certainly helped WCF amplify the reach of its programs many folds. A case in point for CyberSmart, we have partnered with the government of Maharashtra, Goa, and Madhya Pradesh. This collaboration has enabled us to reach multiple schools and thousands of students across these states to spread awareness about cybersecurity. We are hopeful that this partnership between WCF and Atal Tinkering Lab will soon mature into a driving force that will impact the lives of thousands of children across multiple partner schools in the country. ATL seeks to nurture a thinking and creative mindset in the children. If these qualities get coupled with the awareness offered by CyberSmart, we will truly be successful in creating a generation of digital natives that has a better understanding of the digital medium. With this, I'll stop here. And once again, I welcome all of you and thank you so much for joining us this evening. Over to Ronak.
Thank you, Mr. Agarwal, for sharing your perspectives on WCF's social impact and need for the collaboration. Our next speaker is Ms. Shamini Murugesh. She continues to be the driving force behind WCF's bouquet of holistic programs that seek to educate, empower, and enrich the lives of lesser privileged children across the globe. WCF CyberSmart's India's first cybersecurity education platform is already making rapid strides in this particular domain. Shamini, we would We'd like to know more about the CyberSmart and the synergy between WCF and Adult Tinkering Labs. Over to you.
Thank you, Ronak, and good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. A special thank you to Mr. Ramanan and Ms. Sangeeta Gupta for being a part of this wonderful program. We're really happy to have you at this launch of the Atal Tinkering Labs collaboration with CyberSmart. So a lot of people must be wondering, what is CyberSmart? So CyberSmart is a free online educational portal that helps children stay protected in the cyber world. Gopal gave us a small introduction into WNS Cares Foundation, what our basis is, etc. And as he had mentioned, we work in 12 countries with over 100,000 children. And the entire purpose is driven by a mission to educate, empower, and enrich in such a manner that we are reducing the educational divide that very often exists due to economic status. And apart from the other programs that we run, as as mentioned, computer literacy, e-mentoring, etc. Every year we also run a program called the Global Impact Day, and every year we have a different theme. Starting from, we did a maths Olympiad, we had a writing competition, and a couple of years ago we had a cyber security awareness theme. And when we went into it, we realized that just creating the awareness was not enough. What we needed is to give the children the tools to be cyber safe. And that's how we came up with this whole idea of CyberSmart. The WCF team went into a deep research, deep dive research into this topic. And along with our knowledge partner, Responsible Netizen, we created and built the CyberSmart portal. Now, in today's pandemic world, where we are forced to embrace digital platforms, the need for something like CyberSmart is even more imperative, because the cyber crimes that occur, they have they're not partial to economic status or age. It just affects everyone. And the internet, while it is a very empowering tool, it can also be one that scars very deeply because of the cyber crimes. And this is why we need to protect and teach our children and give them the tools required for them to stay safe. The CyberSmart portal is not just for students or children. We have actually created an entire ecosystem of knowledge, which includes parents and teachers, so that they also have the tools and the knowledge to help children stay safe. Now, everybody is vulnerable to these attacks, as I had mentioned. And the fact that it educates, that the CyberSmart portal educates parents, teachers, is a big positive. Also, the fact that it is available in 10 languages, it just expands our ability to reach across the nation, because it also helps us reach the vernacular audience. And we are very excited with this partnership. Since the launch of CyberSmart about 3-4 months ago, we have already had 164,000 learners come to this portal. And with this particular collaboration that we're talking about with Atal Tinkering Labs, I'm sure we will be able to take it across to all the 6,500 schools that they work with and over 2 million children. We are delighted at WCF to partner with Atal Tinkering Labs, a collaboration that is going to help us take CyberSmart across the country, and where we will help children tread carefully and cautiously in cyberspace, armed with the requisite knowledge that we jointly hope to teach the children. I'm confident that our partnership will help shape a safe online environment for children across the country. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Atal Tinkering Labs, Mr. Ramanan in particular. And at this point, I also would like to make a point about NASSCOM, how they have helped us right from the beginning, encouraged us, and been, a part of the WCF journey. Can we have the CyberSmart video, please, Ronak? Thank you once again. A safe online environment for children across the country.
India is witnessing
Thank you, everyone.
exponential surge
And thank you,
in the
Atal
number of
Tinkering Labs, Mr. Ramanan in
resulting
particular.
in
And at this
unprecedented
point, I also would like to make a point
many
about
schools to
NASCOM, how they have
spending
helped
hours on
us
social
right from the
media,
beginning,
online
encouraged us,
education,
and been,
playing
a
games,
part of
and
the
browsing
WCF
entertainment
journey.
websites
Can we
on
have the
their devices.
CyberSmart video,
While
please,
empowering,
Rana?
this
Thank you once again.
unfair
A safe
exposure to
online
digital world
environment
also
for
poses
children.
is witnessing
Thank you, everyone.
exponential surge
Thank you,
in the
Atal Tinkering Labs, Mr. Ramanan in particular. And at this point, I also would like to make a point about NAS.
are on the rise. So how do we counter this growing menace? Coming from a global digital transformation business heritage, we at WNS Cares Foundation feel responsible to build a safer cyber ecosystem. Introducing CyberSmart, a revolutionary cyber safety education platform that is engaging and empowering for stakeholders through knowledge. Just as a school secures a child's future through education and cultivation of values, CyberSmart secures their digital life through cyber safety knowledge and engagement. The CyberSmart platform provides guided tutorials for teachers to take cybersecurity awareness sessions for their students. Since cyber safety nuances differ for each age group, the CyberSmart portal has age-appropriate lesson modules. The CyberSmart portal provides a holistic and immersive learning environment, making it fun with gamification and effective through interactive quizzes. When using the portal, no personal data is captured. This secures the overall learning experience. CyberSmart also provides a badge or certification upon completion of a chosen module, making your learning journey credible and rewarding. Eliminating the biggest hurdle to quality cyber education, the CyberSmart portal is completely free to use, empowering teachers, students, parents, and volunteers alike. Led by a purpose to educate, empower, and enrich lives, WNS Cares Foundation has been championing digital literacy for the lesser privileged students, aimed at keeping the children safe in the online environment. Our impact initiatives like CyberSword and Think, Talk, Teach inspire to co-create lives for a progressive digital future. We welcome you to join us on our mission to keep our children cyber safe. CyberSmart by WNS Cares Foundation, a step towards building a secure digital world.
Thank you so much, Shamini ma'am. Helping children navigate their way through cyberspace is absolutely the need of the hour, and it's reassuring that this partnership will ensure that. I would now like to invite the Mission Director of Atal Innovation Mission and Additional Secretary at Niti Aayog, Mr. R. Ramanan, to kindly share his thoughts and inaugurate the module as well. So, over to you.
Thank you, Ronak. And first of all, good evening to everybody who has joined in and logged in at this hour. I want to thank every one of you, young student, young budding innovators, teachers, principals, parents, and mentors who have logged on. And of course, our distinguished speakers and our partners today, the WNS Cares Foundation, WCF, launching the WCF CyberSmart portal. Thank you, Shamini, for that very relevant pieces of information that you gave about the importance of cybersecurity and the need to be cyber savvy. And of course, Gopal, for your introductory remarks. I'm also very happy that Sangeeta from NASCOM and Keshav from from WNS Foundation, as well as the past chairman of NASCOM, has joined us on this particular occasion. First and foremost, I do hope that every one of you are COVID safe before becoming cyber safe. And all of you are healthy and hearty in spite of these very difficult COVID-19 circumstances that we all are facing. And all of you are following the safeguards that need to be practiced and advocated by your authorities, by your health institutions, or by your local government. I do think that the COVID-19, while it has been grievously disrupting our lives, livelihoods, disrupting the nations through national lockdowns, disrupting supply chains across the country, there was one very positive thing that came out of this entire COVID-19, other than the COVID-19 positive feature, which we all don't want to have. The positive thing that came out was the dependence and the emergence of the usage of digital platforms to the hilt. And that is why all of you young students, budding innovators, as well as teachers and principals and parents who have logged on today, all of you are part of this digital bandwagon. Now, the digital bandwagon, of course, is growing both in use as well as in its applications across the world. And it is an irreversible movement that has begun, and it's only going to accelerate both in momentum as well as in usage in the months and the years to come. And all of you young students from Untitled Tinkering Labs, we are very fortunate to have had the benefit of this medium to be able to launch a series of Tinker from Home modules that have kept you all engaged, learning, and very active in spite of this COVID-19 crisis. Since the March 22nd lockdown, all of the students in the Untitled Tinkering Labs have been kept very busy, and in fact, they have so actively participated in the number of initiatives that we have launched. First, we launched with NASSCOM the AI beginner and the step up modules, which have become not only very, very attractive and interactive for the students, but it has been embraced by all the students with great gusto and enthusiasm. Secondly, we launched the game development modules for all the young students. These were with Dell Technologies, where we launched the beginner module, the intermediate module, and the advanced module in game development. The third was we launched digital creativity and communication skills module along with Adobe, where you learned, not only the school students, but also the teachers and the mentors learned what it meant to be in a digitally creative world, what it meant to have 21st century skills in collaboration, communication, and the leveraging of digital technology for the various purposes of creating solutions and communicating these solutions to various people who need such solutions. Then we introduced the 3D design module along with CollabCAD. This is a module with NIC that we launched, which helps you to conceptualize, design, and define products which can be printed on the 3D printer. And many of you came up with very interesting designs and developed and responded to some of the challenges that we gave on the net. Then we came up with the app development module for teachers and for mentors, and subsequently for the students. Now, as I understand, more than 50,000 students registered for these app development modules, and they have not only learned about app development, but they have actually got certificates because they developed an app and submitted that, which was part of the requirement for you to become an app developer. And now we are launching the WCF CyberSmart portal. Now, why is this so very important? All of the initiatives that we talked about in Untitled Tinkering Labs, and Untitled Tinkering Labs is designed to make you all innovators and job creators of the future. We want you to acquire a problem-solving, innovative mindset. We want you to become innovators who will create solutions for problems that we see in and around the communities that we live in. We want you to become the architects of the future of our country and of the world. You are the dreamers, you are the change makers, and you have to be digitally savvy. You have to be familiar with the latest emerging technologies that are shaping the world of outside and upon which solutions of tomorrow are being built. So you are today's students shaping the world of tomorrow, for which technology has become an inevitable and integral part of any solution that we are going to create in the new world order. And therefore, my dear students, it is very important for you to be digitally savvy. You have to be familiar with technologies like 3D printing, robotics, IoT devices, miniaturized electronics, augmented virtual reality, or artificial intelligence, because these technologies have become affordable, accessible, available, and advanced. Now, why are all these technologies making so much headway? They are making because of the internet. Not only are you able to sense and gather data from a multitude of objects, man, machine, device, plant, soil, space, you name it, you are able to collect data through the social media and so on. But more importantly, you are able to communicate this data to machines that can process them at lightning speeds. And thereby comes various possible solutions that can be developed in almost any field, be it medicine, be it healthcare, be it transportation, be it agriculture, be it in water management, be it in affordable housing, or be it in waste management. The internet is everywhere. Now, when you have access to such a powerful medium like the internet, there are dangers associated with not using the internet properly. And there are dangers of not ensuring that the intent with which you want to access the internet is actually being served. Now, if you look at your world around you, you're able to access the internet through your mobile phone, through your web. You go to a shop, the shopkeeper is entering your credit card into a machine, and some data is getting pushed from that machine into a server in some remote place, we don't know where, and that data is being processed and it is accessing records which is stored in some other place, and so on and so forth. You go to a theater, or you go to a shopping mall, or you go to a farmer who is accessing data to know what, communicated by satellite technologies. You are accessing the internet. And when you're accessing the internet, you are in the cyber world. And when you're in the cyber world, you need to know the pros and cons of being in a cyber world. And that is why the WCF CyberSmart portal becomes such a relevant thing that every one of you should eagerly embrace and learn about. Not only should you learn to be cyber savvy, which means becoming very familiar with the ways of the internet, how you can leverage the power of the internet for good, but you also should know how the internet could be leveraged for bad, because you want to avoid it, you want to prevent it. You want to build in your solutions the ability to detect and prevent anything that can go wrong because of the internet. If you're developing a financial application, or if you're developing a game, or if you're developing a solution, a medical solution, you don't want your solution to be interfered with harmful access to your data, to your records over the internet. So you need to become cyber secure, not just cyber savvy. And you need to know what are the tools that are available to make all of this happen. Now, many of us, including, I mean, when I look at this portal, it is not just for the kids. It's not just for you, for the young students who are out there. I think the young students are very savvy and they're more intelligent than most of us who have grown in a non-internet world. It is as important for parents, it is as important for teachers, it is as important for all the people who have not been educated in the cyber world to become familiar with these tools so that you can become cyber savvy and cyber secure. You know, we have been talking about mentors who will be mentoring you young students. From my point of view, you are going to be the mentors who are going to mentor the others who are not cyber savvy. That is a reverse mentoring that's going to be happening, because you have now access to this portal and to the tools that enables you to know what it means to be cyber secure, what it means to not allow the internet be used for harmful purposes. And therefore, my young students who are there in all the Atal Tinkering Labs, and we have today more than 6,500 Atal Tinkering Labs. Before the end of the next year, we will have 10,000 Tinkering Labs. Now, in every school that we have installed Atal Tinkering Labs, we have at least 500 to 1,000 students who are accessing these labs, which means we'll be having close to 5 million plus students who are going to be accessing these labs and therefore these technologies. And to all these students, I urge you, use this portal, because this is a portal that has been developed with great care, with great attention, and with the requirement that is mandatory for every one of us who uses the internet. I'm sure you're going to find not only the act of learning very, very productive and useful, but the act of using it even more powerful and even more meaningful. I'm sure this relationship and collaboration that we are having with WCF is going to expand beyond just the CyberSmart portal. We would like, from my point of view, I'd like you to start developing solutions and innovations that are adding to the smartness of the cyber security. And we'll probably be launching challenges together to provoke you and stimulate you into leveraging your imagination to create more innovations in the cyber world. I also want to thank Sangeeta NASCOM for having played such an integral role in shaping up many of our online Tinker from Home modules, particularly the AI Step Up module and the AI Basic modules. Artificial intelligence, my dear friends, is going to be an important way in which cybersecurity is going to evolve. Because at the end of the day, when you are using and leveraging the power of artificial intelligence in developing new cyber secure solutions, then you are also creating a barrier for the misuse of the internet. And I'm sure you young students are going to create some of the more amazing cybersecurity solutions that the world needs. Thank you so much, Keshav, and thank you so much, Shamini, for allowing us the privilege and the honor of partnering with you on this very important initiative. I'm sure this is going to create an impact, a positive impact in the world of tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. With that, I would request for your permission to launch the cybersecurity module on the Atal Innovation Mission website, please.
Yes, please go ahead and launch it.
Thank you so much, sir. To access the cybersecurity module, you just have to go to the Atal Innovation Mission's website, aim.gov.in. On the website, click on Atal Tinkering Labs and click on ATL Curriculum. आपको साइबर सिक्योरिटी मॉड्यूल को एक्सेस करने के लिए सिर्फ aim.gov.in वेबसाइट पे जाना है। वहां पे अटल टिंकरिंग लैब्स टैब के अंदर ATL करिकुलम को क्लिक करना है। Once you click on the ATL curriculum, you will have access to a plethora of modules and resources to learn, tinker and innovate. जैसे ही आप इस पर्टिकुलर लिंक पे आते हैं, आपको बहुत सारे फ्री मॉड्यूल्स और फ्री लर्निंग कंटेंट मिलेगा। You just have to scroll down and find your favorite module. And today we have the CyberSmart module. Just click on the CyberSmart module and you will be redirected to the portal. The portal is available in almost 10 Indian languages, which is English, Urdu, Marathi, Hindi, Bangla, Gujarati, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and Malayalam. If you are a student, you just have to click. If you are a student or a teacher or a volunteer or mentor or a parent, you just have to click on the relevant tabs and you can log in and access the world of cybersecurity. Thank you so much. And with that, thank you so much. And with that, I would now like to introduce Mr. Keshav Murugesh, who's the Group CEO of the WNS Foundation, to share his thoughts.
Thank you very much, Ronak. And good evening, everybody. The term digital native was coined in 2001 by the American writer Mark Prensky. It is generally used to describe those born and raised in today's digital and media-saturated world. The internet, cell phones, and other electronic media offer digital natives access to information, culture, communication, and entertainment at levels that were unimaginable just 2 decades ago. Today, children are accessing the internet in exponential numbers. 1 in 3 internet users around the world is less than 18 years old. India now has nearly 71 million internet users aged between 5 and 11 years. Therefore, WNS Cares Foundation's CyberSmart portal is really our response to address the urgent need to nurture a robust and cyber-safe environment Shamini has already explained and introduced the portal, and Mr. Ramanan has already explained why it is so important for students to understand this area so that they can become the great leaders, the great innovators of the world in the future. Raising awareness and educating in the right way through initiatives like the Cyber Smart portal are really like giving a double-edged sword to every child. That is our belief. I sincerely thank Atal Tinkering Labs for their partnership, which I believe will help this portal go very, very far. My sincere appreciation to Mr. R. Ramanan for, first of all, his vision, his passion, and his personal attention. I also want to thank Ms. Sangeeta Gupta of NASCOM, who has always been a great supporter and who's always pushing us to new heights. I also want to thank every one of our implementation partners, including NASCOM, for all your support. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. With that, we would now like to invite Ms. Sangeeta Gupta to share her perspective from the industry. Thank you so much.
Good evening and a very, very warm welcome to all our online virtual viewers here today. And, honored to be here in this august company of the WNS CARES team as well as the Atal Innovation Mission. I want to congratulate Mr. Ramanan and Shamini for this phenomenal partnership. I think the two organizations, we've had the pleasure of working with them, Atal Innovation Mission for Mr. Ramanan, who's always so proactive with every idea of wanting to say what more can we do to empower the youth and the Atal Tinkering Labs that have been set up across the country. And the whole WNS CARES Foundation, which not only thought of such an innovative concept and didn't let it go at the level of just giving some CSR money, but they put skin in the game. They're invested in creating the curriculum, creating the toolkit, creating the awareness, and making this real. So to me, this is much, much beyond a CSR effort. It is really about believing in a cause and making that happen. So congratulations once again to WNS CARES Foundation and the Atal Innovation Mission. I think many speakers before me have spoken about how the current pandemic has accelerated the entire digital adoption in India and across the world, whether it's governments, whether it's industry, whether it's citizens. I think we're seeing digital and technology becoming an integral part of our life. If you look at the whole learning world, students and teachers have had to adapt to online learning. And this has resulted in the edtech market and many startups doing really, really well. Digital financial transactions are at an all-time high. I think the UPI transactions in India touched almost 2 billion in October. If you look at the data of the online e-commerce sales from Flipkart, Amazon, Snapdeal, they crossed more than 8.5 billion in this economic downturn environment. So clearly, we are moving to a world which will be more and more digital. And even in the post-vaccine world, I don't think things are going to be very different from what we are. There will be a more different hybrid operating models or hybrid models that we will see. But I think the digital integration into our lives is not going away. And I think that is what brings to the importance of the need for, while we are all gaga on how great digital is and how it is creating innovation, it's creating awareness, it's creating access, but at the same time it's very, very critical we focus on the safety and awareness of users in the online world. India is a very young country. I think Keshav talked about the number of internet users we have and how many children between 5 and 15 are internet users today. I was just looking at a similar data of, India has almost 300 million Facebook users. We are the number one country in the world. And almost 10% of these users are below 18 years of age. So you're talking about over 30 million children that are just on Facebook. And what they're doing on Facebook, how are they connecting, how are they using different platforms? Are they even conscious of all of the different safety measures that they need to have? Today, children, I think, are spending almost 6 to 8 hours online with classes, playing games, doing homework, and they're coming across all kinds of threats. If they had the awareness and the initiative of going through the CyberSmart portal, they would know what to do and what not to do. So our sincere request as NASCOM has been that as we talk about adoption and innovation, it's equally important, if not more important, to talk about awareness and safety. NASSCOM has outlined trust as one of our key imperatives for accelerating India's digital future. So if we need to be known as a digital innovation and adoption hub, we need to be known that this is also very, very trustworthy. And I think initiatives like the WNS CyberSmart initiative is really in line with that whole philosophy of trust that NASSCOM and all its members want to stand for. I'd just like to end by saying congratulations once again. This is a phenomenal initiative. And I think the more interesting one, which I loved in Shamini's talk, was that this is differentiated by age groups, it's differentiated by languages, there is gamification in it. So it's not one boring portal that you have to go and read and try and educate yourself. So clearly these are innovative aspects that will help in adoption, given the diversity of India that we stand for. Thank you so much for making NASSCOM a partner for this initiative. And we look forward to expanding this even more than where it is today.
Thank you so much, Ms. Sangeeta Gupta. The whole experience is incomplete without the beneficiaries. And today we are very glad to have one of our beneficiaries of this program to share her thoughts with all of us. Today we have Ms. Shahnaz Khan, who is the ATL in charge at Rainbow International School in Nagotra in Himachal Pradesh. Ms. Shahnaz, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you, Team Niti Aayog and WNS Cares Foundation for having me here to talk about this very important topic, which is cybersecurity, of course. The entire world has gone digitalized since really very long. And from the time of this pandemic, our lives have absolutely gone online, not only for the age groups of the kids, like for all the age groups, for like adults as well. We are working from home. Students are handing over phones and studying online all the time. They are playing online games also. So lives have just become really easy because everything is happening on a single click. But we have never ever thought on the other side and not thought that are we safe? But somewhere, yes, we are not. The data that we share, the things that we input through some portals, that's not safe. So it becomes very important for us to know and to get aware of this cybersecurity system. Not only students, but as teachers and parents also, we get to we actually need this is to know this. So WNS has launched this wonderful portal, and I must say I was one of the fortunate attendees to attend those sessions, and it taught wonderfully about the quiz that can be taken easily, and those questions, they were so mind-boggling. It actually alarms you to think that, okay, really, we are uploading the pictures very happily, sharing our moments very happily. But is that really safe? Uploading online videos, music videos, is it safe? Our kids and students, they're playing online games and they're talking with strangers. Very famous game, PUBG, of course. They are playing online and talking to the strangers, sharing their details. That's not safe at all. And definitely, we need to guide our students on this. Being ATIL in charge and specifically being teacher of change, we can bring this change only and only if we are aware of the fact. So let us just run this drive and tell our students and kids what to share, what not to share, whom to talk to and whom not to. And so, because it's very important to be cyber safe, of course. So once again, I thank Team Niti Aayog and WNS team, and being RTOCs, we all can connect to different schools of our region, beyond our regions. I'm doing my bit by connecting to other schools and happily announcing and telling you all that they are very much interested in, conducting these sessions in their own schools. And they are already giving the dates that we want to conduct the cyber secure sessions with our kids, with our teachers, with parents. So that's how it is beginning, and that is how it is going to be a great success. Congratulations and thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'd like to just thank Shanaz for participating in this session. It's very important. I think it's very important for all the ATL in charges in every school to first get familiar with this particular portal and the advantages and the learnings from that and communicate it to all the students. We do have exemplary teachers of change, as we have identified in every state. And I think, Ms. Shanaz, you can coordinate a collaborative interaction with all the e-talks that we have so that they will get familiar with and they will also be able to impart the necessary knowledge or direct and guide the young students in this cyber safe journey.
Sure, sir. Sure. Thank you, sir.
Over to you, Ronak.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind thoughts. With that, today we are at the closure of this event, and today we have Mr. Rajneesh Boya, who will share his thoughts and a closing remark, which we can actually take away with all of us during the end of this program. Over to you, Rajneesh.
Thank you, Ronak. Good evening, everyone. Today is a very, very special day for us. We're embarking on a momentous partnership with CyberSmart. CyberSmart is our gift to the nation. That's how we've created that. It is as our guiding light in this mission. Express my sincere gratitude to Mr. Ramanan, Mr. Keshav Murugesh, Mr. Gopal Agarwal for enabling this partnership, gracing this occasion, and guiding us through this journey. As a teacher of change, you will influence and impact a lot. So thanks for. There's a team who leads the way, and I would like to express my ATL, Ghazala and Lena from WNS, who kind of worked all the way to ensure that we see this today. Finally, sincere thanks to all our school principals, ATL in charge, ATL mentors, regional teachers of change, WNS leadership team, our employees, and team WCF for participating today. Thank you again. Have a great, great night.
Thank you, Rajneesh, and thank you everybody for gracing this occasion and for the launch of this wonderful portal, which I am sure is going to have tremendous positive impact on all the young students and the users of the portal. I particularly want to once again thank Shamini, Keshav, and Sangeeta for joining this occasion, and of course the teachers of change and Gopal. I do think that this is a momentous milestone in the Atal Innovation Mission journey. And this milestone is very important because the COVID-19 world has revealed to all of us the importance of digital connectivity and the leveraging of digital technology for the sustained growth and new innovations that the world needs. But at the same time, we need to know how to traverse this digital journey very safely and securely. And therefore, knowledge through this portal and subsequent innovations that will enhance this portal is key in enabling that. And I do also want to acknowledge all the partners who have collaborated. In fact, in Atal Innovation Mission, we have believed we are a very small team here, but whatever we have been able to achieve is only because of great partnerships like this, who have been the enabling force and who bring competency, capability, and domain knowledge that we don't possess. And we should not be trying to do all the things just by ourselves. And therefore, this partnership means a lot to us. And I do hope that this will expand into another network of partnerships through each of the partnerships that the partner themselves bring to the ecosystem. Thank you so much, everybody. Be safe and be cyber secure too. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.